everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is AmandaEnsing and this is my beauty space. In today's video, I'm bringing you turquoise realness. I was wearing this in my, was it March favorites? I get so confused, right? I was rocking this look in my March favorites and everyone was like bombarding me with tutorial requests, so you know I had to come through for you guys. I'm also going to be doing a tutorial on the peach makeup look I was wearing in my last video. I asked you guys which one you would rather prefer, and literally the Twitter poll and on Instagram was like almost 50-50. Turquoise had a little bit more, so that's why I'm doing this one first. And I am on a mission to play with color this year. I think I've been doing pretty good so far, but I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I'm playing with color and I'm really loving it. Like, I love this look. It's so fun, especially with my hair. I feel like I can get away with more color and I really like that. So that's what I'm gonna be bringing you guys today. You can always check my description bar. I always have all the products I use in every tutorial there, so make sure you check there. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. And if you wanna see how I got this look, then just keep watching. All right, we are now up close and personal. I'm gonna start with my base today. I'm gonna start with this primer from Smashbox. This is their Pore Minimizing Primer. I've been using this a lot lately, and it just smooths out your skin and it makes it look like you don't have any pores. So I'm gonna put some right here in the center of my face. Then I'm gonna add a little bit more. This is something I've been doing recently on the outer parts of my face. I usually don't add primer there, but I've been doing it lately. Now we are poreless. I'm gonna make a little foundation cocktail today. I'm gonna mix these two products, the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Foundation. This is in the shade 310 Sun Beige. So we have this little guy, and then I'm gonna use the True Match Lumi Glotion from L'Oreal. And this is the medium glow because I am self-tan right now. So I'm just gonna mix these two on my beauty blender. And what it does is it's gonna add a little bit extra glow to my foundation because this is ultra matte, like super matte, and I want a little bit of like a dewy glow. So I've got my foundation on here and I'm literally just going to put some right on top. And we're just going to pounce this all over the skin. So I just got back from Toronto, if you guys follow me on Instagram. It was so much fun. The weather was so cold. I feel like my skin is paying for it now because I've just been so dry. And then when I went to cold weather, it's like my skin got even more dry and I started like breaking out. If you saw before my makeup, I'm gonna have to add a little bit more, but I'm like breaking out right here, and I've been breaking out like on my hairline and on my cheeks, and I'm like, what did I do to my skin? I'm gonna leave the foundation on my forehead matte. I'm not adding any lotion to this area because I feel like when my forehead glows, it looks oily and it makes my forehead look bigger, which I do not want. But if you can tell on my cheeks, there's already a little bit of a glow, and I love that. This foundation, you guys, is so bomb. Like, I've been using it so much. Like, it's so much coverage, but you only have to use a little bit. Like, oh, it's so bomb. For concealer, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. This is in the shade 2N, and I'm gonna take this right on the inner corner of my eyes. So right here, and then I'm also gonna go on my eyelids, and I'm actually gonna mix this with another concealer. I'm gonna mix it with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. This is medium light in the warm shade. And I'm gonna bring this color down a little bit further since I'm tanned, and I'm gonna do this little gradient, just like that. I'm again taking my beauty blender and I'm just blending everything out. Like, look at the difference between this eye and this eye. I love concealer so much. I try not to add too much concealer on my eyelid just because the more concealer you add on your eyelid, the more it has a tendency to crease. Like, it definitely will crease until you set it, but the more product, the more it just kind of settles into the lines on your lid. I'm gonna take the lighter shade down my nose. Dude, I can never get it straight down my nose. I try, but it's so hard. Also gonna take some on my chin. I'm gonna go back to the Urban Decay concealer on my blemishes and around my nose, just like that. All right, I'm gonna use my Beauty Bakery powder to set my concealer. All right, I'm gonna dust off all of the excess powder. I don't like to let my concealer bake too long just because I feel like my under eyes will look super dry. Moving on to the eyes, I'm gonna use my Morphe Jaclyn Hill collab palette. I'm gonna take this beigey shade right here. I do have a Morphe discount code. It's Amanda online or in store, hit your girl up. But I'm gonna start with that color. This is going to be my transition shade. So I'm taking this fluffy brush from Mercier and I'm just gonna go in the crease back and forth. Even when I do really colorful looks, I always like to start with some kind of beige or taupe color. It adds a really nice fade into your brow bone. Now I'm gonna take this matte teal shade. It's so pretty, and I'm gonna start working this in the crease. I'm just taking a Morphe crease brush. Try to get the color saturated mainly on the end of the brush, so that way when you place it on the eye, you have more control. If you really swirl your brush in there and it gets on the lower parts of the brushes, it can be a little bit harder to control the pigment. So I'm gonna start working this color in, back and forth. I'm also gonna bring it on the outer V of the eye. This color is pigmented. I feel like colorful looks always look so weird until you finish them. Going back to my fluffy brush, I'm just gonna blend out any harsh lines. Now I'm gonna take this dark green color. It's like super dark forest green, so I'm gonna use it very sparingly because I don't want it to be too forest green. I just wanna add some depth to the turquoise. I literally dip my brush in the product and I'm gonna add it in the crease. Also on the outer corner as well. I'm gonna go back in with concealer and this flat brush from Smashbox, and I'm gonna start carving out my crease. I cut the crease all the way up until the outer third of the lid because I wanted to fade out. I'm gonna take the Urban Decay Moon Dust palette now for the lid color, and I'm gonna take the shade Light Year, which is this teal color right here. It is so freaking pretty. So I'm gonna take this first. I'm just gonna press this all over the lid. All right, so now we're gonna refine the look. I'm gonna go back to the teal and mix a little bit of the dark green on my crease brush, and I'm gonna blend this outer edge, just kind of pressing and blending it inwards. I'm gonna add some of Galaxy. I'm gonna take this color right on the outer edge of the lid. This adds a really cool gradient between the blue to the turquoise. It's really pretty. So now I'm gonna do my wing liner and brows off camera, and then I will be back. Hey girl! Oh my goodness, you guys both got a bath? Come here. Hey! Oh, hey! Hey, everybody. Hey, mommy. Oh, my chuka. Oh! You guys hear any weird noises? Both of my dogs are sitting on my lap right now and they're like kind of jealous. They just got a bath and they're like fighting right now, so I'm sorry in advance. I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. Then we're gonna add some mascara. I'm gonna take the Benefit Bad Gal Bang mascara. I can't believe I haven't even tried this yet. It's the travel size. I have the bigger size somewhere. I'm just gonna use this to, oh wow, this mascara is really nice. I'm gonna use this to prep my lashes for false lashes. This mascara adds a lot of length and some curl. First impression, it almost reminds me of a They're Real mascara, but I think it separates a little bit more. For my lashes, I'm gonna use a Bella Lash from New Bountum. These are a little bit pricey. I have a discount code which helps, but because they're pricey, I literally will get as many wears as I can. Like I will wear these until they fall apart. If you take care of these, you can wear them 20 plus times. Just make sure you use some tweezers to take the glue off and just be really careful when you do. I'm like this with all my lashes. Like I really make sure to hold the band and take some tweezers and lightly pull off the glue, and then they look brand new. I have a whole video on how I apply my lashes. I will link in case you haven't seen it, but that's more detail of how I apply my lashes. But I always use tweezers and I use my House of Lashes glue because it's latex free. I can't use lash glue with latex in it. It really aggravates my eyes. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes people make when they apply their lashes is they don't let the glue dry enough. I always let mine dry for at least 25 seconds, and that way they're tacky. If you apply the glue and then just try to place it on, it won't stick. It's not tacky yet. Trust me, like I spent years, like all through high school, all through college, I didn't know you're supposed to let the glue dry, and I could never get my lashes on. I really focus on making sure that inner corner is snug because when your lashes start to come out, I feel like it's always the inner corner for me, like always. I went ahead and added black liner to my waterline, so now we can start working on the eyeshadow. I'm first gonna go back to that teal shade in the crease and we're gonna smoke out the lower lash line. I'm taking the Morphe E15 and I'm gonna start buffing this on the lower lash line. Now I'm gonna take a crease brush with some of that light brown shade and blend it out. I'm gonna go back to the glitter and also press this on the lower lash line. Just focusing it on the inner half. All right, now time for mascara. I'm using my Rimmel Lash Accelerator. No surprise, it's my favorite lower lash mascara. Now that the eyes are done, we can work on the rest of the face. I'm gonna bronze. I'm gonna use the Morphe. These are the new bronzer contour, and it's in the shade Celebutante, which is Celebrity and Debutante. I showed these in my haul video. I have not used them yet, so I'm gonna go in with the darker shade. I'm gonna take this little Charlotte Tilbury brush. It came in a little bronzer duo that I had. This color shows up a lot warmer on the cheeks than it looks in the pan. Or maybe it's because I'm tan. I've been going for a much softer contour lately. I've been focusing more on contouring my nose and leaving the rest of my face pretty diffused. So I'm just adding some warmth to the skin, some dimension. I'm contouring my nose differently lately, so I have been bringing my contour on the tip of my nose quite high. It makes the tip of your nose look a lot slimmer. I know it's gonna look crazy right now, but once we blend it, it'll be good. So I'm just bringing it upwards. I'm gonna start bringing it on the sides of the nose. Then I'm gonna take some right here. This color is a lot warmer than I would like to contour my nose, but you guys will get the idea. I'm gonna take the Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder. I also showed this in my haul, I haven't used it yet. So I'm gonna take this and highlight the tip of my nose and the bridge of my nose. I'm also gonna take some and go right below my contour. And underneath of my eyes. It gives a nice little glow. It gives a nice little highlight. All right, I'm gonna add some Coralista blush from Benefit. I want something corally, so I'm gonna take the same little brush and go right above my contour. I love the way Benefit blushes smell. They smell so good. I'm also gonna add some on the sides of my nose and on the top. Just time to highlight. I'm gonna use the Morphe Brighten highlight palette. I swatched it, it's beautiful. I don't even know what color to use. They're all so pretty. I think I'm gonna mix Vacation and Malu, these two. Oh wow, holy crap. I mean, they swatch gorgeous, but it's so pretty. So freaking pretty. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty, you guys. I didn't wear this last time. I can't remember which highlight I used whenever I wore this look in my last video. Take some on my nose. Also gonna highlight the brow bone. Some on my Cupid's bow. All right, I'm gonna spray Fix Plus all over my skin. So I just call all of their spray Fix Plus, but this is actually the Charged Water Charcoal Spray. It has like little specks of glitter in it. So I'm gonna use the Bite 36 lip pencil to line my lips. So I was just in Canada with Bite Beauty and we got to go to their Bite lipstick lab. I highly, highly recommend if you're in Toronto. There's also one in New York. Funny story, I remember walking by the one in Soho in New York years ago. Like I think I had maybe 50,000 subscribers on YouTube and I was like, wow, that looks so cool. And that's before I was like ever into Bite. I didn't know much about the brand. I just knew about the lipstick lab. So we were there and we got to create our own lipsticks. Oh my gosh, it was everything. It was so much fun and it's open to the public. Anyone can do it. So I brought a few of the shades that I made and I'm gonna wear one of these today. So I have Bitchin'. I'm a huge Stranger Things fan, so I named this one Bitchin'. This is a really pale nude. This one looks really pretty. And we got to pick the scents too. This one I think I did citrus lime scent for this one, or citrus mango, I'm sorry. This one I named Aspen after Aspen. This is like the palest nude that I made because Aspen is a white color. This one is Vanilla. I did this one Vanilla. This one is also really pretty. The last one I pulled, I named Hafa after my boyfriend. And this is just another nude shade. Honestly, I kind of love it. Ah, this smells so good. I think this one is Violet. Oh, it smells so good. I showed them all on my Snapchat. I made a bright red, I made a bright purple, I made so many shades of nude. I named one after Molly too. It's more of a golden nude. I actually wore that one to dinner that night, but I'm going to put on this one, and this is a matte finish lipstick. Oh, they're so creamy. I'm just gonna go back to my lip pencil and define the corners. Now I'm gonna take this gold gloss. This is from Dose of Colors and it's called Over the Top. All right, you guys, so here is the final look. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I will be filming it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, hit subscribe if you have not already joined my A-team, and make sure your post notifications are turned on. Speaking of that, if your post notifications are turned on and if you comment with the hashtag notification squad, you might be featured in my next video. So I talked about it in my last video. So this video's A-team shout out goes to Kinda Hawari. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. K-H-I-N-D-A. H-A-W-A-R-I, and she said, hashtag notification squad. I love watching all your videos and watching you talk about makeup, and that hair, girl, can't take my eyes off you. You are so sweet. I love you. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, so that concludes this video. I love you. Hope you're having the best day ever, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys.